As her #1 fan, I would love to create a network of support for Selena and the band.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things the Selena series got right and wrong.
My feelings of love.
I did go check to make sure that they didn't pull the Selena's boots from here because they were like almost exactly the same. I was like, wow.
For this list, we're looking at where Selena the series correctly depicts the truth and where it indulged in some creative license. Do you think the series did Selena justice? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Selena drops out of school. Right and wrong.
We're traveling farther the more that the band gets known.
Oh, and that's great for the band. But my concern is for the child.
Once the band was formed, Selena started taking more and more time off school, much to the displeasure of her teachers. Eventually, her father decided to pull her out altogether so she could focus on her music career. The series suggests she was in high school at the time, but actually she was only in the 8th grade.
Even if my parents said yes, I'm busy. Rehearsals and band stuff.
However, as we know, this wouldn't be the end of Selena's education. She would later go back to get her GED from the American School of Correspondence in Chicago, and even signed up to study business administration at Pacific Western University.
Hi, I'm Selena, and my life has been filled with blessings and good fortune. But the smartest thing I ever did was to stay in school and get my diploma.
Number 9. The family's business went under. Right. Selena y los Dinos' origins are rooted in performances at the family's Tex-Mex restaurant, Papagayos.
Oh, hi. I know you. You're that little girl who sings at Papagayos.
But when the 1980s oil crisis hit, the family fell upon hard times. The restaurant went out of business, the family was forced to file for bankruptcy, and they were even evicted from their home.
You don't have to be embarrassed.
My family on food stamps. If I wasn't embarrassed, there would be something wrong with me.
With the band as their sole source of income, the family started touring South Texas, taking any gigs they could get. They would play at fairs, weddings, and on the street, yet they were still barely making ends meet.
Won't you take me to Boogie Down?
As Selena told People magazine in 1992, quote, "We had no alternative." Number 8. The iconic white outfit. Right. To this day, Selena still has her hardcore fans. So when it came to recreating one of her most iconic looks, you could bet they'd be looking for accuracy. In fact, this particular outfit is so legendary, it was even teased in the trailer. She memorably wore this ensemble during her mid-90s concert at the Houston Astrodome, and the attention to detail is remarkable. From the recognizable cowboy boots down to her earrings, you'd be forgiven for thinking the outfit was on loan from the Selena Museum. You can totally see how much love and dedication went into getting this just right.
I did go check to make sure that they didn't pull the Selena's boots from here because they were like almost exactly the same. I was like, wow.
Number 7. Selena didn't like her debut album cover outfit. Wrong. By this point, the band had started to develop a fan base, and now they just had to find their look.
They're letting me pick how I want the world to see me. So, now I just have to decide.
In the series, Selena is deflated when her own suggestions are ignored, and she's visibly unhappy with the look chosen for her.
These colors look really good on me.
Well, listen, don't worry about what you think we want. Selena, what do you want?
Well, I want to wear that.
In actuality, Selena chose the skirt and crop top look, despite her conservative father's objections to her showing her midriff.
She looks like a belly dancer. And what is that thing on her head?
Creative director Ruben Cubillos recalled Selena's mother warning her that her father wouldn't approve. According to Joe Nick Petoskey, the author of the 1996 biography Selena, Como la Flor, this look was also considered too out there by the record company.
I don't know, we've always gotten to pick how we wanted to look on our covers.
Number 6. Her dad spotted her talent when she was just a kid. Right. Music was always a big part of the family. From Abraham Quintanilla Jr.'s own musical past to the family's jam sessions way before stardom.
Teardrops rolling down on my face.
In Netflix's version of events, we see Abraham discover his youngest child's talents when she's just 8 years old.
That's why I'm living it up to you. You decide what you're gonna do.
The truth is that he discovered her powerhouse vocals when she was about 6. He told People magazine, quote, "Her timing, her pitch were perfect. I could see it from day one."
The notes are good. You're just not. It's about love.
He was a huge advocate of encouraging his kids to pursue their talents and love of music, and later vowed to keep her memory alive through her songs too. Number 5. The depiction of Chris Perez. Wrong.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
welcome to our home away from home.
Thanks.
The romance between Selena and her husband-to-be, Chris Perez, appears to be the most fabricated storyline in the series so far. Understandably, we could never truly know what happened behind closed doors, but the series certainly seems to capture their love for each other.
Saying I love you is not the words I want to hear.
Some details do seem to be omitted, however, including the fact that Chris was in a relationship when they first met, and their brief breakup. Chris's early 1990s troubles with the law also weren't shown in the series. Unlike other members of her family, Chris was not involved in this production, but took to Instagram to share his support for the series. Number 4. Abraham discovers Selena and Chris. Right and wrong.
He was 5 minutes late. Why don't you like him? Is it the hair?
It's a feeling.
As previously mentioned, one aspect of Selena and Chris's relationship that is correctly depicted is that they dated in secret, away from the watchful eye of her protective father. Selena knew he wouldn't approve and that Chris would most likely get fired if he ever found out. And this is exactly what happened when Abraham did eventually discover the relationship, both in reality and in the Netflix series.
You're fired!
Dad, you can't fire him. Dad, we're in love.
You're not in love. Get on the bus.
We see Suzette warn her sister about the consequences of her actions, but eventually, Abraham stumbles upon the truth himself anyway.
Are you kidding me? What? Chris, I saw that.
However, in reality, it's been said that it was Suzette herself who actually revealed the relationship to their father.
I mean, we all knew it was going to go down. I mean, you know, dating somebody in the workplace is not a good idea.
Number 3. Her love of fashion. Right.
Think they'll like it?
Yes. As well as being a pioneer of Latinx musicians and artists, Selena was something of a trailblazer in the fashion world too.
All of this? Please, and we need as many of these done as we can. By Thursday
Morning.
morning.
It's for our first cover on a major label.
The costume team looked through more than 3,000 photos spanning throughout her life and career to identify the role that fashion played in her search for her identity.
Mom, can you take us to the store? I have an idea for new band outfits.
It's also true that she was responsible for many of the band's outfits. In fact, in his book To Selena with Love, Perez states that, quote, Selena would draw the designs and choose the fabric, then send everything off to a seamstress who had all of our measurements on hand.
See, this is why I want to make clothes. Because people who aren't stars should get to shine too. You shouldn't have to look like Whitney Houston or Mick Jagger to light up a room.
Number 2. Selena's singing voice. Right. Kristen Serratos is a Selena superfan, so she understood just how important it was to uphold the superstar's legacy. While she does an excellent job of portraying the singer, she does actually get a hand from the woman herself when it comes to singing.
If I'm singing in any scene, that's me, but any performance, it's Selena.
While you can hear Serratos singing throughout the series, anytime you see a performance scene, those are actually Selena's vocals you're hearing. They also chose this approach for the 1997 movie starring Jennifer Lopez. Serratos says that they wanted to give the fans what they wanted, and admitted that even she wanted to hear the real Selena. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. How Yolanda Sandoval became part of the picture. Wrong.
I need you to call this woman for me.
Yolanda Sandoval. Who is she?
Someone who wants to help with Selena's fan club.
Why?
Don't make this difficult. We need the help. Just manage it.
In the final episode of the first half of this two-part series, we're introduced to Yolanda Sandoval.
As her #1 fan, I would love to create a network of support for Selena and the band.
While we don't delve into the details quite yet, we do see how she made her way into the Quintanillas' lives. In the show, it's the record label that suggests starting a fan club to help manage Selena's supporters, which means they'll have to hire someone to take charge. However, in reality, it was Saldivar who apparently incessantly badgered Abraham for the position. While the next installment is likely to explore her story in more detail, we sadly already know how this ends. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.